Good morning, dear listeners. Today, come to another episode of the Age Ontology podcast series based on the book Age Ontology, which is a compendium of spiritual and wisdom teachings pointing out the timelessness of reality. And today, I want to introduce a subject which is spoken of a little bit later in the book, but I feel that we should be introduced now before we go into the next chapters. And today we just want to introduce the fact that in the future, it's quite possible that artificial intelligence will completely replace humans in many fields of knowledge, and only the direct knowledge of timeless pure being, which is the true nature of reality, will distinguish the humans from artificial intelligence. This is quite possible, and I want to introduce this possibility. So it's very much possible that with the advance of technology, humans will be able to program or somehow indirectly trigger some sort of self-consciousness into the artificial intelligence. It's at the time of this podcast is not yet visible or real, but it is probably most possible that this will happen in the very near future. So, and there is an even more esoteric possibility that the self-grasping consciousness of living beings after death will take rebirth inside an AI, artificial intelligence machinery. Again, there is no evidence of this, but I think this is also possible, since the consciousness, the self-grasping consciousness after death is completely free, is beyond the limitations of space and time, but because it's grasping to a self-identity, it needs some sort of vehicle to express itself, and the vehicle could be any body relating to any class of beings. Can be human, animal, but lots of other beings that we don't know, we don't see, but in the future it might also be an AI machinery. So, however, even if the AI will become self-conscious and with almost infinite number of intelligent qualities, this machinery will always be tied to the knowledge of a consciousness which is self-grasping at independent identity. So whoever has programmed an AI has a self-grasping consciousness, and even if a self-grasping consciousness gets reborn into AI, it will never be able to become aware of the timeless awareness, which is the nature of reality, because for a self-grasping consciousness, a timeless event is a non-existing event, and therefore an unknowable event, so it cannot be known. On the other hand, a timeless mind of pure being can be aware of itself as a non-arising but an all-pervading presence, and endowed with all infinite potentialities of knowing and all possible events, manifesting all possible events of past and future, whether these are experienced or not, and also all the virtuous qualities of love and compassion, which are intrinsic, natural, and without a cause within the mind of pure being. So there is quite a difference here, and it might be possible that in the future the human beings and the AI will be indistinguishable, but it's very important that if one wakes up to the knowledge of timeless pure being, that will never be something that a self-grasping consciousness can achieve, because it's based on duality, and it's an event which is tied to time. So this is a very brief introduction to this possibility, and more information is in the book, and also the link to the book is in the comments, and thank you for listening.